Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start our lesson 7 of First Flight Glimpses of India, Part 1, A Baker from Goa. This lesson is a pen portrait of the traditional Goan village baker or pedder. In Goa, bakers were called pedder, who still has an important place in Goan culture, although the Portuguese have left the India long ago. As we all know, Goa is very much influenced by Portuguese. Their traditional family work is baking bread, who were known as pedder in Goa. In general, the people who work in the bakery, we call them bakers, but in Goa they were known as pedders. The writer tells about his childhood days and his friendship with bakers, or you can say pedders. Through one hand, the baker supported the basket on his head, and the other hand banged the bamboo on the ground. Let's begin the lesson. The story takes us back to the time when the Portuguese ruled Goa. They were immensely famous for their breads. The narrator often finds his elders thinking about those old days and telling them that the famous breads date back to the time when Portuguese ruled over Goa. They ponder over the past and tell them that though the Portuguese have left the Goa, but the bakers of bread still exist. If not the original ones, their legacy is being continued by their sons. Here, the elders they used to tell to their children that even though the bakers of the time of the Portuguese they do not exist at this time, but still their sons who are continuing the same profession, the profession of baking, they can easily available in the Goa. The bakers are still being referred as the pedders, and everything about baking is still the same, ringing from those who mold the bread loaves to the furnaces which have survived the ravages of the times. The sound of their arrival and the thud of their bamboo stick can still be heard just like the olden times. Means nothing has changed, only the people has changed as the time passes. The narrator recalls that the baker acted as their friend and the companion during their childhood in the Goa. As in the starting of the lesson, I told you that here the narrator is telling us how he was having the friendship with the baker in his childhood days. The baker, he told us that the baker he used to visit twice a day, once while he was on the sound to tell his loaves, and the other time while returning back with his empty basket and having sold all the loaves. It was the sound of his bamboo stick that woke the children up. The children were so excited to meet him and choose from the bread bangles or the canoe he made especially for them. While the bangles were for the children and the loaves were for the adults, and that are generally collected by the maid servants of the household. Here, can cone, its meaning is bangle in the cone kani, which is the ring shaped bread, which are usually for the children as they become so excited when they saw that can cone means the bread in the bangle shapes, and the breads which are in the loaf shapes they were for the adults. These ring shaped bread that are popular in Goa are known as can cone. Now the narrator is telling us about the entry of the bakers, or you can say the entry of the pedders. Narrator told us that the baker often made a musical entry with his bamboo stick. He had a basket on his head, and in the other hand he was having the bamboo. When he came, his one hand supported the basket on his head, and while the other banged the bamboo on the ground. Means he hit the bamboo on the ground, which creates the sound, and it gives the message that pedder was over there. He would go house to house and greet the ladies before handing them over the loaves by saying good morning. After that, the parents would scold the children and make them stand aside. But as eager as they were, they would climb on a bench or the wall to peep into the basket that how many breads were there, how many loaves of the breads, or you can say that bangles, which are the cancones, are there in his basket. Usually at that time, the parents, they used to scold the children that they should stand quiet over there. But in the excitement, in the eagerness, they used to peep into the basket of the pedder. The author tells us that when that pedder came over there, all the children, even they did not bother to brush their teeth before having those bread bangles, because it seemed unnecessary effort for them to pluck mango leaves from the branches to use them for brushing the teeth. And even they used to tell the tiger never brushed his teeth. And moreover, they add that brushing is unnecessary because the hot tea could effortlessly wash their mouth, and they thought that animals like the tiger never brush their teeth. Here, the author is telling us that for eating that cancorn, or you can say that bread bangle, they did not bother about brushing their teeth. Thought that it will take too much time to pluck the mango stem, and after that to brush on their teeth. And moreover, they add that even they already had tea which was made up of with the hot water, and their brush had become cleaned. And then they said that the tiger never brushed its teeth. So dear children, in today's class we have learnt that how the baker was so important in Goa. In this lesson, the author remembers his childhood days when the baker he used to their friend, companion and guide. He used to visit twice a day, once in the morning during his selling hours and then again while returning after selling all his bread. And the jingling thud of the bamboo he carried woke them up in the morning, and they ran to meet and greet him. They ran for getting the bread bangles which were specially made with the sweet bread. And then we read how he delivered the loaves. As the baker came, he would call out the lady of the house and wish her good morning, and the children would be pushed aside and the loaves would be delivered to the maid servants. And the author recalls that the aroma of the loaves that filled the air. The children would not even brush their teeth and ate bread bangles made of bread with tea. We also came to know that bread making started from the Portuguese days. They were the loaf of bread, and bread making was an art which needed perfection. Mixing, modeling and baking were the areas of the specialization of making breads. The loaves were baked in the time and the tested furnaces. Today's explanation is up to page number 86. Thank you and keep revising.